Welcome to Let's Talk About Everything and Nothing. We're Sophia, Michelle, your favorite or soon-to-be favorite ADHD-ridden mass sisters.
Expect deep combos, random tangents, and the occasional existential crisis. Or maybe we'll just talk about snacks.
Either way, we're here, we're talking, and you're stuck with us. So let's get into it.
All right, guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. We really appreciate everyone tuning in and talking to us. Well, I guess you're not talking to us, listening to us talk to each other.
Listening to us.
But I feel like we're talking to you. I don't know.
Same. It feels like a conversation with everyone.
Feel like a mental illness? I don't know.
It probably is.
But today we're going to be talking about pet peeves, basically. I do feel like people on the neurodivergent spectrum have a lot of pet peeves, like things that bother them and stuff like that. Also, this weird, sense of justice type of situation, where you want to go on rants and things like that. I feel like I go on rants a lot. I'm very passionate about ridiculous things. Do you feel that way?
Sometimes, yeah. But
about
I think
me or about you?
About me, if I would say. But you, I feel like it definitely is more with you. But also, I think that's just the person that you are plus your mental illness.
So what is one of your biggest pet peeves?
What grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears, Peter Griffin?
You go first.
My biggest, I think I have two that are tied. And these are ridiculous, even affecting my life pet peeves. People who park in the store pickup parking spot but go into the store.
I hate that.
And people who talk on their phone on speakerphone. And you know what I noticed? It's mostly men that are in public spaces and talking on the speakerphone.
100%. That's true.
But the whole thing with
But they're usually older men too, to be honest with you.
No, it's not.
Are you serious?
I literally went in to pick up my pizza at Vito's Pizza, right? I was waiting for my pizza. There was two guys. One was kind of older, but one was a guy probably in his 20s. Both of them on their speakerphone. I'm like, oh my God. I'm going to shoot both of these people. I was it was just so much. Plus, the background music that they had going on.
Oh, you were just overstimulated.
It was just so much overstimulating and, loud. And it was just too much. But, I just don't understand. Nobody wants to hear your conversation. I don't want to hear your conversation. I don't even want to hear your side of the conversation, but I have to because you're sitting next to me. So, I don't want to hear this person's conversation. I just don't get it.
I've never seen it with someone who is younger or our age or anything like that. And mostly what I've seen is older people, mostly men, but I've definitely seen women do it too. But what grinds my gears, people in customer service who are horrible at customer service.
Yeah.
That is one of my biggest, if you are bad at being in customer service and you're rude to me and I have not done anything to you to make you be rude to me, then I can be the most petty bitch
you can
in the world. I will go above and beyond to make sure that everyone knows that I'm upset about this. Yeah, I hate people who are in customer service and give you bad customer service. I've been in customer service my entire job life and I know how it is. I get you have bad days, you don't want to be there. I don't want to be working at this place. Yeah. But I still give great customer service because I know it's not your fault that I hate my job and I hate everything and everyone here. Mm-hmm. So if I can do it with all my mental illnesses, you can do it.
Yeah. I guess mine is kind of, I have a similar reaction. I wouldn't say it's a pet peeve, but because it doesn't happen that often to me. But in general, people who don't do their job correctly, just in general, and especially if I know what your job is, for an example, I used to work for a cell phone store for forever, 10 years. And I know how it works. You have to show them your ID to get into the account and that's it. Well, my sister-in-law who is registered on my account was trying to get a phone and they made her call me and said, hey, can she access your account? And I'm like, yes, but that's not how this works. You check the account. She shows you her ID and you access the account. So what if I wasn't she exactly, she called me from her cell phone. It wasn't they called a specific number on the account, which they can't get that specific number anyway off the account without being in the account. And so she had me on speakerphone and I was annoyed and I felt bad because I think she thought I was annoyed at her. I wasn't annoyed at her. I was annoyed at the people who weren't doing their damn jobs. Yeah. I'm it's not, her name was literally on the account.
Yeah. No, I hate that too. And I think a part of the customer service thing, even though that's a big part, that's because, specifically I feel passionately about customer service because I do believe I gave great customer service. Mm-hmm. But in general, you're right. Anytime that I'm doing something that involves something that I've done a job in, and you're stupid, I'm like, there's no way. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And
That
also
grinds
that
my
goes
gears.
to like back to like I hate tipping before I get my service. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
with DoorDash, and I saw someone, and I think it was like rage bait, but who knows? But it was like, oh, this person tipped $0. It was the last thing of my night. I went to go pick it up because I knew I was going to eat it because they had tipped $0. It's like, you should tip, and I'm like, I don't tip without receiving service. Like that's
Yeah.
how I tip. Like, why am I going to tip you $10 for you and you haven't done anything yet?
Yeah.
Like, what if you do a horrible job?
Exactly.
What if you bring me really cold food, which happens all the time?
Yes. Or you are super late past the thing because you're, for whatever X, Y, and Z reasons. Like one time I ordered Mary food, and, you know, with her being a teacher, she has a very short time to eat. And so I had made sure that it was there at least 15 minutes before her actual lunch, just to make sure that she had it so she could eat. And they were 30 minutes late. And I was like, what? She can't even eat this. Like, now it's just, she's gonna wait till after school, but now she's eating lunch. Now my wife is hungry, and I'm upset. But I will be honest, I will always tip at restaurants. You have to be, it has to be a very horrible experience where it's the waiter or waitress's fault that the experience was horrible for me to give you less than 20%. And I think there's only been 1 or 2 times where it was so horrible that I did not leave a tip at all, because normally I leave something, even if it's bad.
I have a little bit higher standards than you are than when it comes to like the waitresses and stuff like that. Like I think I've only not left a tip once, and I actually left a note on the receipt, and I said why they didn't receive a tip, because it was that bad of service. Like for me to leave a note on the receipt.
And again, like, I get people have bad days. I get people are busy. Sometimes it's completely out of your control. But, like, it's just, like, the little, like, check-ins, honestly, for me.
Yeah, I mean, because she would go to the table next to us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Going back to, like, the parking spot thing, that's just, like, a heightened sense of, like, right and wrong to me.
Yeah.
And that's, like, there's definitely, like, that going on in the neurodivergent world of, like, you have a heightened sense of, like, right and wrong. Like, Britt would always tell me, like, you see things very, like, black and white.
Mm-hmm. Like, you do. You're definitely more of a black and white person than you are gray. I'm a lot more gray, but, like, things that I feel very passionate about, I'm pretty black and white.
For what?
Like, as an example, back to customer service, not just customer service, but, like, how customers treat customer service employees. I hate when people are being, like, unnecessarily rude and disrespectful to people in their workplace when they're literally doing their best job and just like trying to fix whatever situation is going on, and are trying to be as helpful as possible, and the person is just being an asshole. I was in line for customer service, and this lady was just like ripping into this little girl. I mean, like, she looked like she was in high school. Like, she looked little in general, and then this lady was just being ridiculous, like cussing her out and like being rude, and like the girl was trying to find all the kinds of ways to help her, and she was just laying into her, and I just like could no longer stand listening to her yell at her. And so I did say something. I was like, ma'am, first of all, we're not at Walmart. Why are you screaming and yelling? And then me and her got into words, and she finally left because I was just so pissed off. And, I've definitely been on the other end where customers are screaming and yelling for no reason. Like, these are all your fault.
My thing is, like, when they're mad at policy, like, I wrote the policy.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm like, bro, when I worked at certain places, like, I make $9 an hour. Like,
if I made the rules, I would not be standing here talking to you. I would literally tell people that sometimes. I'm like, if I made these decisions, me and you would not be speaking.
And then I have a societal question for you about my other one, the one with the men on the speakerphone. Mm-hmm. Do you think men feel like they have a right to overtake all spaces?
100%. Men feel like all spaces are their space. Most men. Let me say this.
Not all men.
Not all men. Not all men. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. No, but like, seriously, not all guys. Not all guys are like that. But a lot of guys that I've known in my life feel like all spaces are their space.
Not just a little bit of the space, but the whole space. Like,
please change you so that you fit in this space that is mine. And again, not all men. Did you see? I think we got our first hate comment isn't the right word, nor is hate crime the right word.
Troll?
Yeah, I guess. On one of our posts, I don't know, it was on something, and I think someone said, like, for us not to quit our day jobs.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah. And I hearted it and did some clapping emojis. I was like, you know what? I'm not upset about it, because the moment we start getting people who dislike us, is probably we're doing something right. I don't know how I'm gonna feel when we start getting like real mean things. But honestly, what are you gonna tell me that I don't already hear or think myself?
Are people mean to you?
Not like on an everyday basis, but like being a chubby brown lesbian woman.
People aren't mean to me.
Well, you look scary.
And sometimes I definitely know I did look scary. But sometimes I feel like I don't look scary now.
I mean, you definitely look softer when you're holding a baby, but you still like look like you could throw some bows, for lack of a better word. Anyway. If you know, you know. That's for the after hours episode.
But yeah, no, actually, you know what? I was thinking about this the other day because I was thinking about how to like talk to about myself to my therapist because like tangent.
Surprise.
Because like I feel like people don't expect me to be as soft and squishy as I am, and I'm very soft and squishy. Like I'm the softest and squishiest, like
to certain people. But that's the thing.
But also, if you get a good sentimental commercial on TV, I'm gonna cry.
I mean, yes.
Like if you have someone singing passionately the what the fuck is it called? The anthem, United States anthem, American anthem. What's it called?
I can't think of it.
National anthem.
National anthem. I said it after you said it.
You did. If you get someone singing the national anthem passionate enough, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, me too.
Like, no, you won't.
I'm definitely a sap.
You're not as big a sap as I am.
Yes, but also, who you watching TV with that you aren't close to?
I'll get emotional at the national anthem in the middle of a ball game.
But 8 times out of 10, I don't want to start any beef with you. I always joke and say like, I look, people would be scared if they saw me walking down an alley. And literally everyone I've ever asked, would you be scared if you didn't know me, like you just the way that I look, not you know me, nothing about me, you know nothing about me, I'm a stranger to you. You're walking down an alley you're walking down a dark alley in the middle of the night and you see me. Would you be scared? And literally everyone I've ever asked is like, no. And first of all, I'm insulted. And second of all, I can look mean. I can look non-approachable.
No, because your face is very smiley. It is. Like even right now, you're trying really hard not to smile.
Well, because I'm with you.
And like, but you're like, your neutral face is very happy. Even when you're like going through a mental crisis, like your exterior is happy even if your interior isn't.
Yeah, but I can look mean.
Look mean.
I mean, I can't do it on command. Like I have to be
walking down a dark alley.
I'm gonna scowl at you.
Have you ever walked down a dark alley before?
Yes, I have. I'm gonna scowl and it's gonna look ridiculous because I'm not in the mindset. You get what I'm saying, right? Yes. Everyone, you get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm going to look like the vampires look in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That is so very specific. People don't push me. Like even, family-wise, like I'm the very like stoic one.
You look like an aggressor.
I definitely look like an aggressor. But I also feel like the way I look, and maybe probably the way I act, people don't think I need things.
I mean, that goes back to what we've talked about before, is like everyone seeing you as the one who takes care of things, not the one that needs to be taken care of. Anyone that really knows you knows that you are just a big squishmallow.
I'm a super squishmallow.
Until you get mad. Until someone messes with someone you love. Then you can be scary.
But like I feel like I'm not scary like on an everyday basis.
Because you don't usually hang out with people you don't like.
True. Well, yeah, hopefully you don't get bullied.
I mean, again, like, you know what's funny is that this makes me not tangent. Whenever 2020, I was working at a cell phone store. I was one of the people who had to let people in one at a time. This one guy wanted to come in. He didn't have a mask, and he was like trying to use his shirt and blah blah blah. And I was like, no, like you have to have a mask. He was very mad because he didn't want to go. He was there already. He was calling me all the slurs, the homophobic slurs, and like the fat slurs, and like all these things. The misogynistic slurs, like everything he could think of. He was telling me, and I was like, I don't understand why you think that's gonna let you in. Like now at this point, like you can't come in. Even if you go find a mask, I'm no longer letting you in. Like that's you just fuck yourself more, because before I was like, just go get a mask, I'll let you in. Now I'm like, you can go get 5 masks and you're not coming in. So anyways, but one of my coworkers comes up and he's like, because he's being very loud at this point. One of my coworkers came and was like, hey, like, are you okay? Checking on me. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, he's just being stupid. He did go to the back of his trunk and I was like, is he going to shoot us? I'm not sure. But he didn't. So then he started threatening the guy that came and checked on me. He was like, I'm going to wait for you to come out. He's like, I'm going to beat the shit out of you and blah, blah, blah. And at this point, I was like, you're not going to threaten any of my guys here. And I told the guy, I was like, go get our manager. He went to go get him. My manager comes out and I tell him exactly what happened. I was like, he's using all the slurs to me, and also he threatened this guy. My manager turned, looked at me, looked at the guy, and was like, man, if you can just go get a mask, we'll let you in. And I have never been so mad in my entire life at a job. I looked at him, I looked at the guy, and I said, fuck you and you. And I go to the back. My manager comes back because I have never spoken to any employer like this, but I was just so mad. All I saw was red. He comes back and he's like, what happened? And I'm like, I told you that not only did he call me every slur in the book, he also threatened one of your other employees. I was like, and you told him that he can get a mask and you would let him in? I quit. And I'm like, I'm leaving. And I'm just so mad. And I'm a mad crier. And I hate that I'm a mad crier. It just like pisses me off because I'm not crying for the reasons you think I'm crying.
It's just a release of your emotion.
Yeah. He had called his boss and she called me. Can I talk to you? I got a phone call from your manager and he told me what happened. And I really wish you wouldn't have left the store. But since you have left already, like, go ahead and take the rest of the day. And I was like, I was going to take the rest of the day. I'm going to take the rest of all the days. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what it means when you quit. And she was like, please, like, she was a black lady. And she goes, I know what it's like to be discriminated against. And I'm like, hold on. Do you think this is because this customer called me slurs? That's why I quit? And then she's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, no, that's not why. I am a chubby Mexican lesbian who looks like a lesbian. I have been called lots of slurs. I was like, this is not what that's about. This is about your employee knowing that what happened and him saying that he can still come into the store. Not because the customer was calling me a fucking dyke, a fucking fat bitch. And she's like, well, I'm just letting you know, like, I know what it's like to be discriminated against. And I'm like, you're missing the fucking point, bitch. I was like, you're so far off from where the point is. And so, I mean, I did end up going back because I really couldn't afford to just quit. But
yeah. People, I mean, I've definitely been offended by customers because I'm a woman. I very much show my power once you try to diminish my power. I overthrow my power. I've kicked a lot of people out of stores. Just let me tell you that. So yeah, so like you telling me that you've been called a lot of slurs, like I've heard most of your stories, so like I know that this has happened, but like for that sentence to be able to come out your mouth is like crazy to me because like no one has ever called me a slur. I mean, besides a bitch, but like that's crazy to me because crazy that that's not that it's okay with you, but that like it doesn't phase you.
You've always been like the don't fuck with me type of person, and everyone gets that. Like you just give off that vibe, and I guess I give off not that vibe.
All right, we're gonna move past our pet peeves and play Rant Roulette, even though I feel like we've been on a couple of rants already.
Yeah, honestly, we've already been on a couple of rants.
Okay, this bowl we used for my son's birthday party, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna use it for this. Okay, so basically you pick something out of there and then we rant about it.
Rage bait.
How do you feel about rage bait? Do you think about rage bait at all? Like, when you see rage bait, do you get offended by it?
It doesn't. It really depends on how bad it is or what the circumstances is. But a lot of the times it's just like, I just assume you're fucking stupid.
I don't know. It just annoys me. I think it's one of those, like, it makes me feel old because, like, these damn kids. Like,
exactly. Like,
I fucking hate that. Like, why can't you just be regular people and just, like, talk about regular, like, why do you gotta lie? Like, why do you gotta, why do you gotta lie to get views? Like, I don't know.
That's what everyone does now, though. Like, honestly, like, I saw a TikTok the other day that was just like, what is anyone's views, actually?
See, I don't know if this one really applies to us, because I got all these off of ChatGPT. When people say, let's circle back, I say, let's put a pin in it right now. Let's put a pin in it and put it, like, right here. Because, like, sometimes this is, like, when I'm talking to people, and, like, especially if we're trying to work out a problem, like, work out a situation, and there's just, like, 17 things going on, and I'm like, okay, but maybe not we need to figure out in a certain order, I say, but, like, in my head, like, I need to figure out this part first before I can even think
about
that's
this. Your ADHD, though. Moist.
So, apparently, a lot of people have a problem with the word moist.
That's so weird. I love the word moist.
We use the word moist often.
I love it. It makes me feel warm. Warm and cozy. I don't know why it makes me think of that. Like,
that's weird. Like, that's a weird thing. That's a weird thing. Like, enjoying the word moist, because I enjoy the word moist because some people get irritated.
I also enjoy that.
Like, they get the ick off of it, the oogies off of it.
The oogies? Like, I didn't like that. Not the oogies.
The ickies. So I enjoy the word moist, but I also...
But I don't like being moist when my clothes are moist.
From, like, sweat or just,
like sweat
water?
Or, like, like, that's why I hate not wearing shoes. I hate just being in socks, and I especially hate being barefoot. Like,
I love being barefoot.
Being barefoot.
I hate wearing
and especially
shoes
like on certain like our carpet in the living room. Mary loves having like rugs, but I have to wear a minimum of socks. Like, I cannot put my barefoot on that. Like, that makes me want to rip off my skin. Anyway, all that to say is, when you're walking and like you step like in a little water and your sock gets moist.
That's annoying. Yeah. Slow walkers.
I'm a slow walker.
I'm also a slow walker. I'm a mosier. And that's quite funny because I was called a mosier today. My mom used to call it molasses. But like, what I'm not in a rush. Unless I'm in a rush. Like, I'm not in a rush.
Yeah. Mary hates that I'm such a slow walker. And there is explanation. She is taller than me. Her legs are longer than me. I have short legs. Not only is she taller than me, my leg to torso is different ratio than her leg to torso.
She's tall, but she's also just more speedy. Like, she's just a faster person. But it reminds me of when we were in New York. We were walking through New York, and of course Mary's like a whole block ahead of us, like almost at every turn, and I'm trying to like keep it in between everybody to make sure no one gets lost.
Stickers you can't peel? I hate that fucking shit. I hate it. It drives me absolutely insane. It probably makes me more upset than it should, to be honest with you. When we had to take those stupid fucking stickers off my windows when we bought my house, I thought I was gonna lose my mind.
I also hate that, but I don't get as pissed off as you do, because I feel like your reasoning is more because everything needs to come off.
Because I'm about to say, I was like, you know what, even when I hate when you get it off and there's still like residue on there, throw the whole fucking thing away.
Don't buy self stickers. Got it? Okay, so mine was overly complicated coffee order. I hate ordering those. Hate it with my whole heart and soul. And both Alexis and Britt, in my opinion, sometimes have overly complicated orders. And I'm like, y'all need to order, or we're going to do it on the app or something. Or we're just not going to go. We're just not going to go.
Which I was like, I don't even need coffee anymore.
Or like sometimes I'll be like, are we going to, not so much now with the baby, but like before, like, we're going to Starbucks? All right. One of you are driving. Like, I'm not going to be at the ordering window. Or you're going to order from the back seat or something. Like,
I just don't like ordering. It gives me anxiety in general. Complicated coffee order versus a non-complicated coffee order.
It's all anxiety ridden too.
It's all anxiety ridden to me.
And I think also what heightens it is that because I'm not that big of a coffee person, so like I don't know what half the shit that they're talking about is. And so like since I don't understand it, I can't wrap my head around of the correct way to order it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that pisses me off.
That grinds my gears. CS fake voices.
Oh, customer service.
Oh, no, I have that.
No, it doesn't bother me. Loud chewers drives me insane. I broke up with somebody, and that was like one of the reasons why. Like, not the main reason, but one of the reasons. Definitely not the main reason, but it was like up there.
It was number 2. It was the second reason. One of my relationships, at some point, I was like, everything at the end was just...
Oh, yeah, breathing.
Yeah.
Pissing me off.
Everything about...
Why are you going to breathe like that?
Everything... This person made fish on our tortilla pan, and I was like...
But you were talking about right?
Yes. Glitter. It's the herpes of arts and crafts. I don't mind it as long as it doesn't get on me. Because if I can't get it off, it's going to piss me off. But I don't mind when it's used in a controlled manner.
Just not at your house.
Preferably.
I do remember, though, New Year's Eve, 2019. Alexis, my lovely roommate, wasn't living with us at that particular time, but she had a sequin dress. Sequins everywhere. I was finding sequins in my house for like 2 years. Sequins everywhere. Passive-aggressive people.
I can be passive-aggressive.
You can be.
So I can't hate myself.
I definitely don't enjoy passive-aggressive people, but like it doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
I mean,
group texts never end. I don't mind group texts.
I think it's more when you're in a group text where like you don't really like
contribute
or like it really doesn't matter all that much to you, or like it's not that like most of my text messages are either very informative or they're very ridiculous. Like
there's no in between.
It's the ones where like you don't have a lot to like,
and they just like constantly go off, like the ones that you're not really part of, but like everyone's talking every single day.
Yeah, like work ones. Like I was in the manager group chat, and I'll be like, "Please, Lord, stop talking." We have a lot of grievances, a lot of things that grind our gears.
We do, and some of it I forget, until it comes up.
I'm sure I have a lot more.
I'm sure I do too. Do you think you could? Would you consider yourself an angry person?
I'm gonna say no. Huh. So, in conclusion,
we have a lot of things that grind our gears. You wouldn't want to walk down an alley with Michelle, and you probably would want to with me.
But, I'm soft and squishy on the inside.
And I'm hard.
You're just awkward on the inside. Anyway, guys.
But that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today. Again, we don't know your life, so I don't know if you're watching in the morning or the evening or the afternoon.
Or in the middle of the night.
Or the middle of the night.
Or while you're taking a shower.
Or while you're taking a shower. or poop.
I listen to my podcast while I shower.
But thanks so much for spending time with us. We greatly appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed our Grinding Gears episode.
Pet peeves and Rant Roulette.
Rant Roulette. So if you enjoyed us, please, do the things.
Follow us on TikTok.
Follow us on TikTok.
Drown out the trolls or troll.
The one troll. We're going places, guys. We have a troll. But for real, thanks so much from the bottom of our little hearts. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. And somehow we've reached the end of another episode of Let's Talk About Everything and Nothing.
If you had fun, hit that follow button, leave a review, and follow us on TikTok and Insta. But if you got distracted halfway through, no worries. Same.
We'll be back next time with more thoughts, more distractions, and probably actually no real conclusions. But thanks so much, guys, and see you later.